Before there were temples, before commentaries and lineages, before anyone argued about doctrine, there was a simple observation. Suffering does not begin with pain. It begins earlier. It begins in the moment the mind grasps what has not yet settled. Things move quickly. Experiences arise before they are understood. Feelings appear before causes are clear, and the mind reaches out, wanting stability. So it chooses. It clings. It explains. It decides. And in that grasping, suffering begins. The Buddha did not teach because the world was evil. He taught because the mind collapses too soon. In the Four Noble Truths, the second truth is not pain. It is upadana, clinging. Not attachment to pleasure alone, but attachment to certainty. The need for the story to stop moving. There were always those who noticed this moment clearly. Not because they were wiser by status. Not because they possessed secret knowledge. But because they could stay with the experience before it hardened into judgment. They felt how perception turns into interpretation, how interpretation turns into identity, how identity turns into defense. They sensed the tightening before anger formed. They sensed the narrowing before blame appeared. They sensed the suffering before it was named, and because they did not rush to conclude, they were often misunderstood. Most minds move sequentially. One thought arises. Another follows, a conclusion settles. This allows daily life to function. But the Buddha described a deeper attentiveness, the ability to observe many processes at once. Feeling, perception, intention, reaction, not merged, not collapsed, simply seen. This is sati mindfulness, not as calmness, but as non-interference, to see without grasping, to notice without closing. Once grasping occurs, the chain accelerates from feeling to craving, from craving to clinging, from clinging to becoming, from becoming to suffering. This is not belief. It is process. And once the process is seen, haste becomes dangerous, because certainty ends motion. When the mind decides too soon, alternatives disappear. When interpretation hardens, compassion narrows. When identity locks, correction feels like threat. So the Buddha taught restraint not as morality, but as timing. Right action does not come from speed. Right speech does not come from certainty. Right view does not come from force, it comes from delay. Over time, even this teaching hardened. Practices became rules, insight became performance. Certainty returned wearing the mask of enlightenment, and the original observation had to be rediscovered. That awakening is not arriving at answers, but remaining present while the mind wants to close. Fast-track mineralysis exists in this same space. Not as religion, not as philosophy, not as replacement for mindfulness. FTM is an externalized discipline of non-grasping. It does for systems what mindfulness does for the mind. It slows reaction. It keeps multiple interpretations visible. It separates raw data from story. It delays irreversible decisions until consequences are clearer. This is not indecision. It is skillful restraint. If theory of mind names the ability to recognize that others have perspectives, FTM keeps multiple perspectives active at once, without clinging to any of them prematurely. It asks the same questions Buddhism asks experientially. What are you grasping? What are you assuming? What are you afraid to let remain uncertain? What suffering is being created by the need to decide now? The Buddha did not promise certainty. He promised an end to unnecessary suffering. And suffering, he taught, does not come from not knowing. It comes from closing too soon. FTM exists because modern systems grasp instantly. Decisions lock. Narratives harden. Consequences unfold before awareness catches up. FTM intervenes at the moment before grasping, not to stop action, but to let clarity arise without force, because the future is not seized. It is constructed, and construction always begins with a choice to cling or to wait.